who broke the rookie scoring record for a season yesterday when she dropped 35 points en route to a 110-109 victory over the Dallas Wings. CaitlincLark has personally received 17% of the flagrant fouls called.
Picture this. CaitlincLark, the WNBA's new superstar, gets elbowed in the face. You'd think that's an easy call, right? Wrong. The refs called a foul on Caitlin. That's like blaming the wall for getting hit by a car. What's going on with these refs? You think that elbow to the face was bad? Wait till you see what happened next. It's not just about the hit, it's about what came after. The ref's decision in that moment sparked a controversy that's rocking the entire league. Picture this. CaitlincLark, the WNBA's newest sensation, is driving to the basket. She's unstoppable, right? Wrong. Out of nowhere, bam! An elbow connects with her face. It's clear as day. Everyone in the arena saw it. You'd think it's an easy call, wouldn't you? But here's where things get crazy. Instead of Clark getting the foul call, the refs hit her with an offensive foul. Yeah, you heard that right. She takes an elbow to the face and somehow ends up getting penalized for it.
Well, I didn't think they were going to give me a technical at any point tonight. She's the one babysitting me, and then somehow she ends up with a technical, and she didn't really do anything. She was just standing there, so that's what was funny to me. I think I did a better job. I still thought there was like a couple moments there where I could have been a little bit better.
How does that even make sense? The crowd goes wild. Players are in disbelief. Social media? It explodes. Everyone's asking the same question. What game are they even watching? I mean, look at the replay. You can really see the elbow connect. How is this even close to an offensive foul? But it doesn't stop there. Later in the game, Clark gets hit again. This time, the refs don't call anything at first. It takes a review in the fourth quarter for them to finally decide it's a flagrant foul. Talk about inconsistent. You know what's even crazier? This isn't just a one-time thing. Clark's been dealing with this kind of treatment all season. She's constantly held, pushed, and hit during games, and more often than not, she's the one ending up with the foul call against her. Clark's not staying quiet about it either. She's frustrated, and can you blame her? She's out there giving it her all, and it feels like the refs are working against her. In her own words, she's experiencing quite a bit of contact during games, leading to some pretty surprising calls. This elbow incident, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's exposing a bigger problem in the WNBA. We're seeing a pattern here, folks, a pattern of unfair treatment towards one of the league's brightest stars. Think about it. If the refs can't get it right for someone like Clark, who's in the spotlight, what's happening in the rest of the league? It's raising some serious questions about the quality of officiating in women's basketball. But here's the thing. This controversy isn't just hurting Clark. It's shining a light on issues that have been bubbling under the surface for a while. Players, fans, and commentators are all speaking up. They're demanding better officiating, more consistency, and fair treatment for all players. Fair treatment for all players sounds great, but here's the kicker. What if being a star player actually puts a target on your back? CaitlincLark's situation exposes a paradox that's rocking the WNBA to its core. It's not just about one bad call or a single game. We're talking about a pattern here, folks. A pattern that's making fans, players, and even commentators raise their eyebrows. Let's break it down. Clark's been dealing with some seriously questionable calls all season long. We're not talking about the occasional missed call. That happens to everyone. No, this is different. It's like every time Clark steps on the court, the refs are watching her with a magnifying glass. Think about it. Clark's out there, giving it her all, playing with passion and fire. But instead of celebrating her competitive spirit, the refs are slapping her with technical fouls for showing emotion. Can you believe that? It's like they're trying to put out the very flame that makes her such an incredible player.
I saw where you said the WNBA, they're targeting CaitlincLark. What do you mean by how she's being guarded or,
envelop her like they've done to this kid. This kid doesn't deserve all this. But yes, she will have a target on her back as well.
But here's where it gets really wild. Some people are saying Clark's got a target on her back because she's become such a big star. I know, it sounds crazy, right? But hear me out. It's like her success is actually working against her. The more attention she gets, the more the refs seem to scrutinize her every move. You know what's even crazier? There's a theory going around that Clark's star power is actually influencing the refs to make tougher calls against her. It's like they're trying to prove they're not playing favorites or something, but in doing so, they might be swinging too far in the other direction. Now, I'm not saying there's some grand conspiracy against CaitlinClark, but you've got to admit something fishy is going on here. It's not just about Clark anymore. This whole situation is shining a spotlight on some bigger issues in the WNBA. Think about it. If the refs are treating one of the league's brightest stars like this, what's happening to other players? It's raising some serious questions about the quality of officiating across the board. Are other players getting unfair treatment too? Is this a systemic problem we're just now noticing because of Clark's high profile? But here's the real kicker. Clark didn't ask to be the one to expose all this. She's just out there trying to play her game, trying to help her team win. But because of all these questionable calls, she's become an accidental whistleblower. She's bringing attention to problems that have probably been simmering under the surface for a while now. And you know what? That's actually kind of amazing. Without meaning to, Clark is shaking things up in the WNBA. She's got people talking, asking questions, demanding better. It's like she's not just a star on the court anymore, she's becoming a catalyst for change in the whole league. Clark's shaking things up, sure, but that's not even the craziest part. What if I told you that all this drama is actually making her stronger? There's a secret to Clark's success that nobody's talking about, and it's changing everything. You'd think all these unfair calls would mess with Clark's head, right? Wrong. This girl's got nerves of steel. While everyone's losing their minds over the refs, Clark's laser focused on one thing: winning. Picture this. Clark's at the free throw line. Crucial moment in the game. The crowd's going wild, still heated about that bogus call earlier. But Clark? She's cool as a cucumber. In her own words, "What's going through my mind is I need to make these 2 free throws. That's all I'm thinking about." Talk about mental toughness. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark isn't just brushing off these bad calls, she's using them as fuel. Every time the refs make a questionable decision, it's like Clark kicks it up another notch. She's not just playing against the other team anymore, she's playing against the whole system, and she's winning. You know what's even crazier? Clark's attitude is spreading. Her teammates are feeding off her energy. When most teams would be falling apart, arguing with the refs, Clark's squad is rallying. They're playing harder, smarter, more unified than ever before. And the fans? They're loving it. Clark's resilience is turning her into a full-on hero. Kids in the stands aren't just wearing her jersey anymore. They're mimicking her focus, her determination. She's not just a basketball star, she's becoming a role model for how to handle adversity. But let's talk about what this means for the WNBA. Clark's not just changing her own game, she's changing the whole league. Her ability to stay cool under pressure, to keep performing at an elite level despite all the drama, it's setting a new standard.
They won 110-109 against the Dallas Wings this afternoon.
She also breaks the WNBA rookie record with over 750 career points.
The Indiana Fever rookie broke the WNBA's rookie scoring record. Clark scored a career-high 35 points in her game against the Dallas Wings.
Remember that game against the Dallas Wings? Clark didn't just play well, she exploded. Career-high 35 points, breaking the rookie scoring record. All this while dealing with some seriously questionable officiating. That's not just good basketball. That's legendary stuff. And here's the thing. Clark's not doing this for herself. Every time she talks to the press, it's all about her teammates. She's redirecting the spotlight, sharing the glory. In a world where stars often get caught up in their own hype, Clark's showing what true leadership looks like. But the real game changer? It's how Clark's handling all this attention. She's not just complaining about the refs, she's using her platform to shine a light on bigger issues in the league. She's becoming a voice for change, and people are listening. Think about it. If Clark can perform like this under such intense scrutiny, what does that say about her potential? What does it say about the potential of women's basketball as a whole? Clark's not just playing the game, she's elevating it.